I am officially worse at the internet than my own parents and always have been and always will be, but there are a lot of people who think that because I'm from the generation that grew up with technology, I automatically understand everything about the digital world. So let me clarify something for everyone who assumes that millennials and Gen Z are technological geniuses. By default, you clearly have never seen me trying to do basic tasks online, while my 60-year-old parents navigate the internet like professional hackers, because I swear it's like we've completely reversed roles and now I'm the technological dinosaur of the family. It's not a generational thing or resistance to change, it's literally pure digital incompetence, like the sky is blue, water is wet, and my parents understand more about the internet than me, who spent my entire life glued to screens. Remember when we used to make jokes about our parents not knowing how to use computers and asking for help with basic things? Well, the situation in my house has completely flipped, and now I'm the one calling my parents asking how to do things online. So you can imagine the level of shame and existential confusion I face daily. Every time I discover my parents have mastered some technology or platform that I can barely use, I mentally document one more piece of evidence that I'm a complete generational fraud, and now I have a growing list of humiliating situations where my parents had to teach me about the internet. Look at this, people. There are dozens of examples of how my parents became digital experts while he got stuck in 2010 using the same 3 platforms. It's like they took an intensive internet course and I skipped all the update classes. Let's take a tour through this technological role reversal and analyze some cases that perfectly illustrate how I became the technologically illiterate member of the family. First disaster: my mom knows how to use all the Instagram filters and features perfectly. She posts stories with music, makes edited reels, uses animated stickers, responds to messages with perfect GIFs, and has a consistent feed aesthetic that looks like professional Meanwhile, I barely know how to post a photo without cropping half the image, don't understand how to add music to stories, and my posts look like they were made by someone who just discovered digital cameras exist. There was a day I called her asking how to make a boomerang, and she not only explained, but sent me a video tutorial. She recorded herself, edited with captions and everything, like a professional mini Instagram course. She has more followers than me, better engagement, and when I post something, it's often her who comments first with perfectly chosen emojis, while my same-age friends don't even see it because the algorithm hates my content. Second catastrophe: my dad understands SEO analytics and digital marketing better than many professionals in the field. He started a blog about his hobby, and in 6 months is already ranking on Google, monetizing with ads and receiving brand partnerships. He explains to me about keywords, backlinks, and Google algorithms while I look at him like he's speaking in alien code, when I'm the one who should understand these things for being young and connected. I tried to make a blog once and gave up after 3 posts that nobody read because I had no idea how to make people find my content. While my dad is there optimizing meta descriptions and creating content strategies like he has a degree in digital marketing. He sent me a Google Analytics report from his blog showing traffic metrics and bounce rate, and I had to Google what half those terms meant while pretending I understood what he was talking about. Third tragedy: my mom is an expert in Canva and online graphic design. She makes invitations, flyers, social media posts, all with visual quality that looks like professional work. She asked me to make a digital invitation for her birthday, and I opened Canva completely lost, looking at the interface like it was a spaceship. Control panel: I tried using ready-made templates, but even so it turned out horrible. The colors didn't match, the fonts were terrible, and the overall layout looked like it was assembled by someone with no sense of aesthetics. When I showed her what I'd made, she took my computer and in literally 15 minutes remade her own invitation. It looked amazing, professional, harmonious, and she even gave me tips on color theory and visual hierarchy while I took notes like I was in a design class. Now she's the person everyone in the family asks to make digital art, and I'm known as the one who can't even use Canva properly. Fourth fiasco, my dad understands cryptocurrencies and Web3 more than 99% of people my age. He has a digital wallet, makes trades, follows the market, and explains blockchain to me like he's a university professor. When I tried to understand crypto to not be left out of conversations, I ended up more confused and lost money on a transaction because I didn't understand gas fees while my dad is there making strategic investments and profiting. He sent me articles about DeFi, and I had to read them 5 times to start understanding the basics. And even then, when he asks my opinion about some new project, I can only say it seems interesting without having any idea what I'm talking about. The generation that should be dominating this technology is me, but apparently my 62-year-old father is the one who became an early adopter and tech enthusiast. Fifth calamity, my mom uses TikTok better than me and understands the algorithm perfectly. She knows which trends are blowing up, participates in challenges, and her videos frequently go viral with tens of thousands of views. I posted 3 TikToks in my life that got like 50 views, each with half being my family watching out of pity. I don't understand how the For You page works. My videos are poorly edited and I'm always at least 3 trends behind. My mom calls me excited to say one of her videos reached 500,000 views and people are asking her to make merchandise, while I deleted my TikTok out of embarrassment after nobody interacted with anything I posted. She tries to explain to me about retention rate and hooks in the first 3 seconds. But I've given up trying to understand because clearly I wasn't born for this platform that should be dominated by my generation. And look, these are just 5 examples from a growing universe of digital humiliation where my parents evolved technologically while I remained stagnant, because apparently I have a special ability to ignore all updates and changes on the internet while my parents absorb everything like sponges thirsty for digital knowledge. What do you think my level of technological lag compared to my parents is on a scale from slightly behind to completely obsolete? I'm going to do a poll asking how many people my age are also worse at the internet than their parents, because I need to know I'm not alone in this bizarre generational reversal. But wait, there's more, because the list of things my parents understand better than me keeps growing. My dad uses Excel and Google Sheets with complex formulas, pivot tables, and automation I didn't even know existed, while I can barely do basic addition without using a calculator. He created a family financial spreadsheet so detailed and automated it looks like professional software, with graphs, projections, and macros, and when he tried to explain how it worked, I got completely lost after the first 2 minutes. I offered to help thinking it would be easy because I grew up using computers, but I discovered that knowing the basics doesn't mean understanding the advanced tools my dad completely masters. My mom knows how to shop online better than anyone I know. She uses browser extensions to compare prices, activates cashback, finds discount coupons, and always gets the best deals. I buy everything at full price that appears first because I don't know these tools exist, while she sends me screenshots showing how she saved 40% using strategies I should know as a digital native. She has alerts configured for when products go on sale, participates in deal groups, and basically became an e-commerce specialist while I pay more for everything out of pure ignorance of available resources. My dad understands digital security and online privacy more than most young people. He uses a password manager, 2-factor authentication on everything, VPN when using public Wi-Fi, and regularly updates his privacy settings. I use the same password on 20 different sites, click on any link without checking, and have been hacked twice because I don't take basic precautions. When I told him I'd been hacked, he gave me an hour-long lecture about digital hygiene and configured my entire security system because I clearly couldn't be trusted to do it myself. The generation that should be paranoid about privacy is me, who grew up hearing about internet dangers, but my parents take it more seriously. My mom edits videos on her phone using professional apps with transitions, color correction, and perfectly mixed audio, while my videos look like they were filmed with a potato and edited by someone who just discovered the concept of cutting clips. She showed me her process once and I watched like 15 editing layers, effects synced with music, and timing adjustments that looked like cinema editing, all done on phone apps I didn't know existed. I tried using the same apps and gave up after 5 minutes because the interface was too complex. While my mom navigates everything intuitively like she was born editing video, my dad is active on LinkedIn and does online networking better than HR professionals. He has thousands of connections, posts content regularly that generates engagement, and receives messages from recruiters frequently. My LinkedIn has an outdated photo from 3 years ago, generic bio, and I never post anything or interact with anyone, basically using it as a static resume, while my dad treats it like an active social platform. He gave me feedback about my profile saying I needed to optimize with keywords and be more active to appear in searches, and I realized my dad understands more about digital personal branding than me, who should be building a career. Luke, the situation has reached a point where I genuinely ask my parents for help with internet and technology-related things, completely inverting the dynamic that should exist based on generational stereotypes. They teach me about new apps, explain how algorithms work, help me with technical troubleshooting, and basically became my personal tech support while I should be the young expert helping them. The truth is that growing up with technology doesn't automatically mean understanding technology, especially when you use the same 3 things always and never. Make an effort to learn anything new while my retired parents have time and curiosity to explore everything the internet offers. My mom understands influencer marketing and brand collaborations better than actual influencers. She negotiates sponsored content deals, knows her worth per 1,000 impressions, and has media kits prepared like a professional content creator. When I tried to understand how monetization works, she explains CPM rates, engagement metrics, and audience demographics like she has a marketing degree. While I thought you just post things and somehow money appears, she's making actual income from her social media, while I can't even figure out how to enable monetization on my accounts that have 0 engagement anyway. My dad is better at online research than I am. He knows how to use advanced Google search operators, finds sources quickly, verifies information, credibility, and can dig up anything on the internet in minutes. I type basic questions into Google and click the first result without checking if it's reliable, while my dad uses quotation marks, minus signs, and site-specific searches like he works for an intelligence agency. When I need to find something specific, I often just ask him because he'll find it in 30 seconds while I waste 20 minutes scrolling through irrelevant results. My mom participates in online communities and forums more actively than I do. She's a moderator in several Facebook groups, contributes valuable advice, and has built genuine digital friendships with people around the world. I lurk silently in online spaces, never comment, and treat the internet like a one.